Today I saw something in the charts that I want to talk with you right now. Yes, that is true. I sold my Bitcoin trading position today. I closed at $91,000. All right. Why? Bitcoin is pumping. Everybody is happy. And that is one of the reasons why I sold. But there are two more reasons why I'm not comfortable holding Bitcoin above 90K. Yes, I still have my spot portfolio from 2023, okay, which is in a big profit. However, I'm not convinced in putting more money into Bitcoin right now. I want you to check out my charts and decide for yourself. How do you feel about it? I'm a cycle trader. You know that. I analyze cycles. And what the cycles are showing to me right now is kind of concerning to me. On 1 week cycle, yes, we are actually at the bottom. We will go up in this next 60 days for sure. However, in a very short term, we're preaching the top, guys. I want you to understand that these two lines, they're almost meeting at the top. So what are they telling to me? They're telling to me that we are kind of going to the above range of Bitcoin, and here we have to have a stop. Either here, maybe we're going to push a little bit more to 92, 93K. However, I don't think so. I don't think that we are going to go above that area just now, and I think that we still need to consolidate either around this area, or we have to go a little bit down to test the 85, 84K area before we actually make the ultimate 60-day bottom, and then we go up from there. Okay, we have to shake the participants. The participants of the market, they are still too happy. Everybody is super happy and super bullish on Bitcoin. And usually, if the majority of people are happy and bullish and they think that Bitcoin will smash the all-time highs, this is not what happens in real life. Check out what the people are saying on the Twitter and what kind of charts they are sharing right now. Of course, everybody's laughing off Ethereum, right? Everybody thinks that Ethereum is actually going down, but I think the opposite. I think that we are going to go off 2000 very soon in Ethereum, and I have two open positions on Ethereum right now, if you check my previous videos, and everybody is too bullish on Bitcoin as of now. If you scroll through Twitter, you're gonna see people talking about Bitcoin, praising Bitcoin, and saying that we are smashing all-time highs right now. They're checking M2 liquidity and all the other nonsense. Look, somebody is saying that Bitcoin is breaking away from tech stocks and trading more like gold. Guys, the reality is that Bitcoin is not always following the stocks. And if you observe the previous cycles and the previous years, you will understand that Bitcoin goes its own way. It has its own cycle. Let's go back to charts and understand why Bitcoin will still consolidate in these levels for at least a little while. I'm here back again at the Bitcoin chart, and what I can see the previous Bitcoin 60-day cycle bottom at the end of February, okay? And the next Bitcoin cycle bottom should be at around the beginning of May or the last days of April. However, we are still at the 22nd day of April. It means that there is still time to go down. This 60-day cycle was a very positive cycle. We consolidated in one range. We accumulated here. I like this range. However, in the very short term, I believe that Bitcoin will need at least 1 week of consolidation. In this week, what has to happen? We have to go down in the 3-day cycle. The 3-day cycle is preaching the top. When the 3-day cycle preached top right here, we actually went down for a week until the 3-day cycle could go down a little bit. What happened last couple of times when the 3-day cycle went up? Exactly same situation. We made a local top and we went down for a little while. And we can have countless of examples like that. Even look at the consolidation range that we had together last summer. Okay, here Bitcoin became quite bullish. It went up from the cycle bottom, and wow, everybody was buying Bitcoin at that time at 64K. However, we reached a 3-day cycle top and we had to go down to 60K. Sure, the drop is not big. I'm not saying that we are going into bear market or anything like that. What I'm saying is that I want to buy Bitcoin cheaper. I want to make better trades. And for this reason, I sold my trading position. And in a couple of days or a week or 2 weeks, we're going to see who was right or who was wrong. However, I'm very bullish for the rest of the year for Bitcoin because it is the 3rd cycle year, which means that we still have to see a top. If we go and see the 2-week cycle indicator, it is at the lowest levels possible. It's been more than 6 weeks below 20, which indicates a buying zone. All this, it is actually a buying zone. It is an accumulation zone for your long-term portfolio. Last time it happened the last summer. So we basically waited 1 year to see when the 2-week cycle is going to drop below 20, and it happened right now. And people who accumulated in this range, yes, they're actually now seeing the first fruits. And sure, I believe that is just the beginning for Bitcoin. And yes, I believe that we will go above 100K. I believe that here we might go down a little bit and we will most probably come up to over 100K and we will experience a nice run to the upside. Not only that, but I'm extremely bullish on Ethereum. You can't imagine how much money is currently in Ethereum and how many people are currently investing in Ethereum positions. Ethereum just started its run right now, and I believe that it will outperform Bitcoin in summer 2025. We will see a very positive reaction from Ethereum. And one of the reasons why I think this way is because if you open the Ethereum Bitcoin chart and if you take a look at the cycles, the same cycles that I present in every single video, you will notice an absolute bottom in Ethereum Bitcoin pair. Okay, we are at the absolute bottom, meaning that the 1 week chart and the 2 week chart, they're both very low. They are breaching the bottom. And if we go to the previous bull market just before the alt season, we can see that once this happens, Ethereum shoots up and Bitcoin follows. Okay, right here, right now, we basically made a bottom on the 2 week cycle indicator together with the 1 week cycle indicator, and we went up. And this happens every single time. Ethereum had an extremely bad time. However, it is Ethereum's time to shine right now. And I have quite a large position in Ethereum. I believe we will go above $2,000, and most probably I will be right. So every single time it happens, we basically go up. Don't sleep on this upcoming bull market. Make a decision right now. Apply cycle indicators. If you don't know how to use cycle indicators, go to the description down below, click on Strategy Master link. You will see a website with a newsletter. Sign up for this newsletter and you will have access to the free cycle indicators. Apply them to your chart and make money together with me. By the way, if you want to see me trading live, I'm planning to start a trading competition where I'm going to use my cycle indicators and I'm going to take live trades and we'll talk about them in my videos. You want to see that? Comment down below. See you in the next one.